Okay, it's Roger once again on the track of health and looking into this glyphosate situation. And I don't disagree with the fact that it can cause terrible problems, and it's designed to take metals out of circulation so that you can't absorb them, and you need them, absolutely need them. Now, although she's right. I have no disagreement with the things that she's saying. Although I think they're missing the main problem, which is your mucous membranes. Now, she's talking about digestion and how they have food products still in the feces, and they're not getting the digestion and so forth, and they don't have these metals in their body to deal with it, and they don't have acids in the stomach and all kinds of problems, and she's relating it all to this glyphosate. Now, it might all be true. However, let's talk about it this way. I'm going to just say these are the things that I know. Digestion requires metals. It requires juices, it requires acids, it requires salts, and these all come from enzymes. Basically, they're all from enzymes. You know, and of course you have to have the products in your body to make them. And bacteria creates these enzymes to get these metals and juices and acids and salts. These enzymes are chemistry sets built by bacteria that live in your body, and they live inside the mucous membranes. So the bacteria live inside your mucous membranes. They are impregnated in there. They're integral to the membrane fabric itself. They call them microvilli in there. There's communities of them living in there to produce bacteria. Bacteria live in there to produce mucus. To protect you. The slime keeps everything else away. It's like a goo to just keep everything out. And your mucous membrane is what it lives in. And there's 3 or 4 or 5 or more layers of these mucous membranes that are protective layers. Now, so the membranes line literally every single thing to protect your tissues. All your cells have them. All of your ductwork in your body, all of your organs are coated with this same stuff. And it's a protective barrier. It's a membrane. Even your skin is really nothing more than a membrane. It separates you from the world. Your eyes have membranes on them. You're everywhere. They're ubiquitous in your body, 100% covered with membranes. Skin is membranes, and everything inside your skin and inside your body is nothing more than skin that's inside, and they all create mucus to deal with invaders. Every orifice in your body, your anus, vaginas, everywhere, in your throats and esophagus and digestive system, all loaded with mucus. It is your friend, and mucus is there on the membranes, and it repels the invaders. It repels the invaders. It's just, stay out of here. I'm slimy. Get away from me. Mucus is created by bacteria living in the micro pockets in those membranes as colonies. They live together, little communities. The mucus and the membranes are barriers. If the barrier fails, you are chronically ill. If that barrier fails, and you start getting invaded through those little membranes, and they are micro thin, but they're tough. But when they fail, you're in trouble. Now, glyphosate causes metal issues. Yes, I agree with that. No question whatsoever. You need those metals. Those are the transporters. They transport things around your body. They also build structural things and all that. And they are harvested by bacteria. In other words, what I'm saying is that the mucus is created by bacteria. We give antibiotics. That means antibacteria. Kill the stuff in your gut. Then you can't have the mucus. Then your membranes start to fail. Then they begin to be invaded by what they call commensal, non species that don't like you. Let me put it that way. They're not there for you. They're there for them, and they eat into these tissues, and they absorb your mucus. They literally eat the mucus. They literally eat what's in there. They're supposed to be protecting you. The next thing you know, you got lesions and ulcerations and all kinds of invasion through those barriers. All right, so I'm saying glyphosate, yes, absolutely, glyphosate's an issue. I have no problem with that. But what they're doing is they're working around it. Instead of fixing this problem with the mucous membranes and the bacteria, they're saying, well, if we just give them enzymes, instead of let the body create them, we'll just give them some of the enzymes that do this and that, and maybe that'll work. Well, it might help, yes, and it might work fine, and it seem like everything's perfect, and everything might be perfect, but it might not be. I go with the body. I would really, really, really work on the digestive system. They talk. I watched this, up to here 16 minutes, and they talk about every one of these kids has bad digestive system. They all have diarrhea and all kinds of issues with their gut, and that is because of the bacteria and these mucous membrane linings. They don't have the correct bacteria. They did some other studies. They only have like 600 out of over 1,000 species they're supposed to have in their guts. Almost all these kids with autism. And then other people that have all kinds of neuromuscular diseases, they have issues with their brain tissues being shorted out between these little tiny neurons, the neurofibrils that are in there. And they're coated with stuff just like insulation and wires. That is no more than mucous membranes there. That's the issue. And it covers everything in every cancer, every kind of disease. Everything is, I believe, related to this breakdown of the barriers that protect you, and then you lose the insulation to the wiring, you lose the protective layer to your tissues, and everything has to fight back. Your toxic chemistry starts to rot through places where the mucous membranes are supposed to keep it in the bile ducts and the ducts of, or uric acids and all kinds of things. It's a separate, they call it border zones. And those border zones are loaded with mucous membranes. You destroy those, you are in trouble. All right, now, if you want to just take my word for it, that's fine. If not, I have stage 2 of this coming up that goes into their statements and my statements and the different chemistry and the different molecules and the ion channel, chloride channels, all these different things. And then you can make up your own determination. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you have trouble with your digestive system, you're going to have some kind of chronic illness. You're going to be chronically ill. Even just your digestive, I got irritable bowel system syndrome. Well, you got more than that, my friend. But that's what you are sensing is your problem. But trust me, you got a lot more issues than that. If your gut is giving you problems, you got problems. You better look at it and think about it and not let it get worse. Okay, my friends, I've been running my mouth about a health database, which we absolutely is required to have all the things that are in your body, know what the normal levels are. We have no idea what they are right now. I'll explain this, I'm sure, in great detail as we go through this. But I'm going to make some claims that I think almost literally all diseases are related to your mucous membranes, and that which is literally your protective system against invasion. You have to have transition metals, you have to have bacteria, you have to have enzymes. All those things working in concert will make you healthy. After that, you may break your arm or something, but you're not going to have issues with chronic illnesses, because your body will be able to digest correctly and move the things around your body correctly and discharge the things out of your body correctly and make you healthy according to nature's way. Once you start stepping into the realm of let's try a little of this, try a little of that, now you are in trouble, because I had guys working for me and we worked on extremely complicated equipment, and I would say do not do anything until you know what you have in front of you. Don't go in there starting to do this and do that. And sure enough, they'd go in and they'd start doing a little program change or twist a little dial here or there, and the next thing you know, it's a scrapyard. I'm telling you, do not mess with things if you don't have to. Simple is the best way. I'm going to tell you, I'll give you an example. I worked on electronic equipment. I had a bunch of guys. I was a field engineering manager for a company a long time ago, and almost everything was coming out back then had bad solder joints. Well, of course, if the solder joint is no good, you bang it one day and it works. The next day, it doesn't work. So Of course, they would have the, well, it's okay today, don't worry about it. Well, they'd leave. I'd say, no, go bang the damn thing and see what happens. And then really all you got to do, well, of course, they don't have that kind of problem now, but all you really had to do is take like a paintbrush and sort of jiggle around each component and see if it didn't act up, well, you're okay. Simple as that. And they'd go in there, start replacing this, cutting that, banging this. Oh, man. Anyway, take the easy way out. And the easy way is, it's not easy once your digestive system is damaged, but it's a lot easier than going through the kind of things that they want you to go through. Although these people here are on the right track, but they're replacing the body chemistry with enzymes that are not from the body. I don't know what the outcome of that's going to be. It may be fine. I have no idea, but I can tell you one thing. If you still have digestive issues in your gut after you take these enzymes and it seems to clear up your autism or whatever else you're trying to deal with, you still got an issue and you're going to end up getting chronic disease of something else, and you're probably going to end up with cancer because it will invade your membranes. If you're not digesting correctly, you don't have the right bacteria, I don't care what they do. You're not going to be healthy. Okay, my friends, I am going to leave it here at this one for now, and the other, I'm going to have a part 2 of this, same name, but it'll be part 2, and it's going to go into excruciating details and all kinds of things, because I just want to keep this thing hot on the burner. It's not getting enough attention. We need to solve the issues that create health, not the health system. The health system will fix itself as people get healthy. All right, part 2, watch it. All right, thumb this up. You can tell your friends to watch this. Thank you. Bye.